Sailing to me is one of the most enjoyable feelings in the world. And then sometimes, it just isn't. Luckily, the weather is fantastic. I think it's gonna be a little boisterous out there, but I think it's gonna be
4 meters well.
I think it's gonna be a good sail.
It's really hard to do anything when it's like this. Even existing is kind of difficult. Yeah, it's pretty sporty out here. It's gonna be a pretty wild night, I think. These waves! Buckle up!
Okay, if you can help us, please. We need help. Are you ready?
No. We're leaving the Tumotus, guys.
I went so fast.
Oh my god.
It flew by.
So sad.
But I gotta show you something. Look at this. This is the saddest state that our freezer has been in a long time. We basically have one piece of fish and some berries and some very freezer burned chicken.
And 1 pack of bacon.
1 pack of bacon. So we're getting pretty low. And there's not another supply ship here for like 2 weeks, so it's time. Luckily, the weather is fantastic. Let me show you this. We're right here in Fakarava. Here's our course to, we're gonna go straight to Moorea. It's about 250 miles. So it should take us a little bit less than 2 days. And look at that wind. It is just blasting out of the east-southeast. And so I expect us to have, all the models agree. I expect us to have low 20s most of the trip, maybe gusts up into the upper 20s. I think the average wind speed according to this is 20.8 knots, max wind speed 25.
Whoa, 12.9!
We're cranking! I think it's gonna be a little boisterous out there, but I think it's gonna be
4 meters well.
I think it's gonna be a good sail.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's get this hook up and let's head back to Moorea. We're good. I think we got it. Yeah, they were a little bit on top of our hook, but we managed to sneak it out from under them. So. Okay, here we go. As we navigated through the pass, leaving protected waters behind, there was a mix of excitement and uncertainty aboard. The forecast promised intense conditions, but you never really know what it will be like until you're actually out there. And we're about to get a taste of raw Mother Nature. It's gonna get a little bit sloppy. But the moment we hit the open sea, the winds picked up and the sea began to show her true colors. You got the wind out, boss! So Kaz and I geared up for a rough ride. But just how rough would it be? That was anyone's guess. But generally 20 to 30 knots of wind for sustained periods of time will build some pretty big swell out there.
That was a very sporty start there. Okay. Can't believe we just said goodbye to the Tumotus.
I can't believe it either. I don't know if we'll ever be back in years.
I know. Tumotus to me is like,
it's our favorite crossings.
yeah, it's just lovely. And we've been able to spend, what, 2 months almost now, right?
Yeah.
but I also feel like it's time, it's ready. We have quite a lot to prepare and stuff, and we want to spend some time in Moorea, which is also one of our favorite places. So yeah, buckle up for what, 2-day passage, so.
I wonder if we should pull it. That's a workout. We went from 4 knots to 7 knots by doing it.
It's pretty sporty out here.
Yeah.
It's really blowing.
20 knots, solid.
Yeah.
We're flying though.
The further forward you go, the more you can just feel the wind and like everything.
The power of the boat, huh?
Yeah.
We're cranking! What happened, Kaz?
We just hit a big roll, like we just got rolled real bad. And I think the pole must have like dipped into the water and the GoPro is just like hanging.
It's okay, Sierra, we're gonna get it, we're gonna get it. See, the paint came right off. But the barrage of waves continued into the afternoon, and Delos was getting knocked around like a cork. There's huge waves, huge waves. The ocean was showing us no mercy, which made it challenging to do just about anything on board, especially below deck.
Thank you for cooking, Ryan.
Oh, wild one.
Yeah. What are you gonna cook?
More beef stew. Beef stew for ages.
Nice.
Beef stew every day.
The wind has come up. I mean, now it's 28, 30 constant, so it's definitely come up. We actually decided to take the pole down and just have the jib. And I'm scared that it puts so much pressure on the lines and on the pole that it would potentially break something. So it's gonna be a pretty wild night, I think. Does the wind calm down a little bit?
Yeah, it's hovering around 20 instead of 30 now.
Yeah. Let's cross our fingers here. We'll sleep all night.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
After a restless night with very little sleep, we awoke to find the sea state had not improved. If anything, it had intensified, and the ocean looked angrier than ever. On days like this, I often find myself in awe of the sea's sheer power. The force of the wind and waves not only tests our resolve, but also leaves me with a profound respect. It's a truly humbling feeling. But amidst the harshness of it, there's a raw, dramatic beauty in the ocean's untamed spirit, which I can sit and watch for hours upon hours. Despite not feeling our best this morning, there was a silver lining just around the corner.
adorable.
What kind of fish was it, Sierra? Yay! Food value. None better. That's so exciting. It's really good eating, Sierra.
That was pretty wild. But we did land a beautiful mahi. Holy, it's really sporty out here. It's like huge waves. It's really hard to do anything when it's like this. Even existing is kind of difficult.
They've been going fast.
Yeah.
I think our average speed has been over 8 knots.
Wow.
Yeah.
These waves are massive.
Yeah, they are. There's big waves. It's supposed to get a little bit bigger too.
And bigger they got. After hours of battling relentless waves and enduring the sea's fury, we were at the end of our rope. But we took comfort in knowing the worst was behind us and a calm anchorage within reach.
Do you see that view out there? Look at that. Look at those mountain peaks. We made it. We made it just before sunset, which is amazing. But we're gonna anchor here behind Point Venus. We'll just anchor there for the night, rest up, and then we'll have like a little 2-hour sail to Moorea tomorrow. So we're actually gonna anchor at Tahiti tonight.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to just like get some rest and then, you know, go the rest of the way, because I don't know, going into Baiari, the anchorage you're going into is the dark. Like, we've been in there before and it should be fine, but it's just nice to anchor and it's not dark.
That was a fast passage.
Yeah, it was. I think we had a.
Where Kiki house?
I know,
Kiki's
Sierra.
on that island right there.
Sierra is so excited to see her friend Kiki that lives on Moorea. But we couldn't make it there before sunset, so I really just wanted to have a good night's sleep and just get in there by dark. Cause
I thought we would get in there 12 hours from now.
yeah,
Sunrise, and instead we were 12 hours too fast. We had a 200-mile day.
200-mile day, guys.
That's an 8.3 knot average for 24 hours.
We're flying.
Pretty good.
Now it's time to rest, have a good night's sleep, and then a 2-hour sail tomorrow. And then we should be good. Back in Moorea.
Good morning. It is 0700 after the amazing passage we just had from Tuamotus to Tahiti. And something a little bit weird happened when we first arrived. We were outside the reef, and I always like to start up the engine and just check it and make sure everything's good before we enter a pass. And this time when I did, the engine started up fine. I went to put the transmission and gear into forward and nothing happened. I didn't hear like that normal, when you normally engage the throttle, it kind of goes chunk and you can actually feel the propeller engage and start to spin, and it didn't do that. See how it took? Did you hear that delay?
Mm-hmm.
It took like
1, 2.
1, 2, and then it went into gear. But watch, reverse is like, hear how it was like instant?
Instant, yeah.
Which is a little worrying because that's exactly what it did in Mexico before I replaced this transmission. So here it is. It's a Hirth ZF 25. It wouldn't go in forward, it wouldn't go in reverse, and then after a minute or two of fiddling with it and varying the engine RPM and going from reverse to neutral to forward, it did engage. But it's a little worrying. So this morning I'm just checking the fluid. And then you can see it's right to the top of that line. And I'm also going to check the linkage on the lever arm to make sure that hasn't come loose or anything, but so that's still tight. Doesn't look like it slipped at all. Oh man, this transmission only has, it's got to have less than 500 hours on it, right? And if it's going out, it really is going to be a major deal for us. I don't know how it could happen.
You can't trust it now, right?
Yeah.
It's like now every time you go in
ask
somewhere.
for help because I'm just perplexed. Like his transmission should last more than 500 hours.
So, but now we're gonna pick up the hook and we're gonna head over to Maria.
Is it working? What's wrong?
The button. Everything is breaking.
Let me put it on my list.
Short sail today, huh? Here we are, going to the pass. It's a pretty wide pass here. It's nice. And then you anchor kind of down there.
There's nothing quite like the relief of dropping the hook and making a mostly rum with a little bit of Coke after a sail like that. But for me, that blissful feeling was very short-lived.
Now let's tune it again. Okay, if you can help us, please. We need help. Send help.
Up next on Delos, things go from bad to worse.
What is going on?
Well, we kind of filled up our boat with salt water. Slowly sinking.
Me and my trusty assistant dig into our ever-growing list of repairs,
Do you have my screwdriver?
Yep,
Where is it?
here.
and we're in the home stretch as we make our final preparations to get Delos ready for the haul out.
Is that good water or what? This is good water too.